many states legalizing marijuana, you would think it would have entered the pop culture, but that hasn't been the case at New York Comic Con. In fact, there's only one comic book that even features cannabis.
I've had weed magic rattling around my head for about 10 years. Walking around, I kept saying, oh, someone's going to do a comic like this. Every year I kept looking for the comic that was in my head, and nobody was doing it, so I'm like, I better do it myself. Our heroes are Bunny and Mo, two regular guys living in Hollywood, California. One's going to law school, one's a wannabe filmmaker, and they are given on 420 a gift of magical weed. And of course, they smoke through it, have fun, smoke almost the entire bag until they realize there's only a little bit left, and they find out that's all the magic that's left in the world. Now it's up to them to determine what good can they do with this last remaining weed magic. And you just kind of follow their adventure as they try to learn how to be a superhero. How do you do good? Like, how do you be a superhero? And on top of that, when you're stoned trying to do it, so you're kind of following their adventures. It's a stoner comedy with heart.
Why do you think no one else has done a cannabis comic before? I
think there's a stigma to it. You get labeled as a stoner, but I really don't know. It's a hole in the market because, you know, people who smoke weed like to read comics, people who read comics like to smoke weed. It feels like a natural marriage.
Ryan had this project, Weed Magic, in his back pocket, and basically it was like, hey, would you like to, listen, I got this project, would you like to be the artist? And kind of going back and forth, like, oh yeah, this sounds like a lot of fun. Let's do this. Let's party. Let's have a lot of really bright colors. Really like, so not so much muted, but if it's going to be muted, it's going to be bright color here. Bright color, that's why it starts bright red and yellow, and just kind of keeping with the characters and all that. But yeah, just make it a lot of fun. Try to make it as visually interesting, especially for a comic about like marijuana. You want it to be able, even if you're not like reading the story, just looking at the art and just enjoying that. And that's what I was really trying to get that across, like make it visually as interesting as possible, and something that a stoner will look at and like, man, this is great, you know. And but at the same time, tell a story and have fun with it, and you know, make it great for everybody as best as I can.
We're up to 2 issues right now. We're working on issue number 3, which will be in stores April 20th, 2019. So we're repped by CAA, and we're currently being shopped around to do this as an animated television series.
And where would it appear?
That's undetermined, but any place that will allow weed. So most likely a streaming service or an HBO. You know, it's not going to be on your Saturday morning cartoons.
I'm Deborah Borchardt reporting for the Green Market Report from New York's Comic Con.